In the office kitchen, Belle stands patiently by the microwave, a sly smile playing on her lips as her lunch heats up. A mischievous plan unfolds as Belle retrieves a life-size rubber cockroach from her bag. With a glint of mischief in her eyes, she strategically places the fake insect on the kitchen floor. Stifling her laughter, Belle quickly retreats behind the corner of the bathroom, anticipation bubbling within her. From her hidden vantage point, Belle peeks out, eagerly awaiting the impending chaos to unfold. In the office kitchen, Arm's hunger drives him towards the fridge. He rummages through the fridge, seeking a snack to satiate his appetite. Yogurt in hand, Arm turns, ready to leave. His eyes fixate on the motionless form of Mr. Peter, the cockroach, lying still on the floor. In the office kitchen, Arm halts abruptly, his eyes widening in alarm, his voice laced with urgency. Arm calls out, "Hey, Belle, come and see this." Belle approaches, her eyes widening in surprise as she exclaims, "What, Arm? Wow, it's so big. Is it dead yet?" Both Arm and Belle stare intently at the countertop, a mixture of shock and curiosity etched on their faces. Arm, his face etched with concern, leans in, eyes fixed on the motionless cockroach. "I don't think so," Arm murmurs, his voice barely audible. He points closer, his gaze intensifies as he notes, "Look, its whiskers are still twitching a little." He convinces himself that the cockroach is still twitching. Arm kneels beside the lifeless cockroach, his brow furrowed in a valiant effort. With determined care, he presses down on its plastic body, attempting to breathe life back into the inanimate. "We can't let our fellow humans die in front of us," Arm declares, his voice filled with mock urgency. Belle watches from a few feet away, a mischievous glint sparkling in her eyes as she witnesses Arm's antics. Secretly, Belle films the absurd scene with her phone, capturing every exaggerated movement. Belle eggs Arm on with encouraging words, her voice light and filled with amusement. In the office kitchen, Belle listens intently, a thoughtful expression on her face. Belle emphasizes the urgency of the situation, stating firmly, "That's right, Arm. You need to do CPR." Arm responds with gratitude, his face softening as he says, "Thank you, Belle, for understanding me." A moment of shared understanding fills the kitchen as they acknowledge each other's support. In the office kitchen, Arm snatches a coffee straw, a mischievous glint in his eyes. He begins a bizarre resuscitation attempt on a fake cockroach, the straw now a makeshift Breath King tube. With intense focus, Arm uses his index fingers to pump the cockroach's tiny, lifeless heart. 1, and 2, and 3. Arm chants, his voice filled with mock urgency. "Wake up, man, wake up," he pleads, his expression a mix of desperation and amusement. The fate of the fake cockroach hangs in the balance as Arm continues his theatrical rescue mission. The department head enters the office kitchen, the fluorescent lights humming overhead. A strange tableau unfolds. Arm is kneeling, consumed by an unusual task. He is intensely performing CPR on a cockroach. The department head halts abruptly, a tableau of utter disbelief etched on his face. The department head stares, transfixed by the absurd drama playing out before him. Arm is caught off guard, his eyes widening in surprise as he looks up. The boss stands frozen, equally stunned by the unexpected scene. Belle struggles to stifle her laughter, her body shaking with silent mirth. Belle quickly hides her phone, trying to suppress her amusement. Arm and the boss stare at each other, the tension thick in the air. Belle continues to try to compose herself, fighting back giggles. In the sterile office kitchen, the boss looms in the doorway, a silhouette of disapproval against the humming fluorescent lights. Arm kneels on the cold linoleum, a crumpled piece of paper clutched tightly in his trembling hand. The boss's voice pierces the silence. "Arm, what are you doing with that trash?" Arm stammers, caught in the act. "I was just cleaning the floor, boss." The fluorescent lights cast long shadows, amplifying the tension in the small, confined space. The boss's gaze remains fixed on Arm, a silent judgment hanging heavy in the air. A swift arm appears, seizing the artificial cockroach. The hand throws it into the trash, erasing every trace of the prank. Belle laughs triumphantly. "Ha ha ha." The trash can sits, its contents now concealing the prank's evidence. The kitchen returns to normal, the prank now a hidden memory. The boss walks away, a mask of utter bewilderment plastered across his face. Arm stands frozen, scratching his head, lost in disbelief. at what just transpired. Belle replays the scene on her phone, her laughter erupting in uncontrollable waves. Her laughter bubbles up, a symphony of mirth echoing through the office kitchen. The kitchen fills with her uncontrollable bursts of joy, a stark contrast to the boss's earlier demeanor. In the office kitchen, Arm, face reddened with embarrassment, confronts Belle. Belle, tears of laughter streaming, struggles to speak. Arm pleads desperately. "Delete the clip, Belle," Belle retorts, through laughter. "It's too late, my friend. Your rescue operation for your fellow human beings is about to go viral in the department's line group. Don't play around." Belle's phone captures the office's collective shock and amusement. The video of Arm performing CPR spreads like wildfire through the office line group. Laughing emojis flood the screen, a digital wave of disbelief washing over the office. Bewildered questions pop up amidst the chaos, a chorus of digital voices seeking answers. The office line group explodes with reactions, a symphony of emojis and inquiries filling Belle's phone. Arm sits alone in his cubicle, his face bathed in the cold light of the monitor. He presses his fingers against his forehead, a gesture of frustration and despair. The numbers on the screen climb higher, each digit a blow to his weary spirit. His phone buzzes incessantly, a relentless torrent of messages flooding in. Amidst the teasing jabs and hollow encouragements, Arm feels utterly alone. Belle continues to chuckle, replaying the video on her screen, lost in the moment. Her fingers hover over the screen, hesitating, as a new message notification appears, disrupting her amusement. The message flashes, a single, stark question from Boss. Belle's expression shifts, the lingering laughter fading as the simple question hangs in the air. The question mark lingers, a silent challenge to her lighthearted moment. In his office, the boss sits absorbed, his gaze fixed on the screen. A subtle shake of his head betrays his amusement. The hint of a smile starts to form on his face. He continues to watch, a smile spreading across his face. The video captivates him, his smile now complete. In the office kitchen, Arm and Belle move with a deliberate unease, unspoken words hanging heavy in the air. They meticulously busy themselves with coffee, a silent ballet of avoidance. A shared grin flickers across their faces, betraying the secret they guard. The weight of their secret binds them together in a shared, knowing smile. The office buzzes with quiet activity as employees focus intently on their computer screens. A sudden ripple of laughter erupts as a humorous scene unfolds on the monitors, drawing smiles from colleagues. The shared laughter creates a lighthearted atmosphere, enhancing the sense of camaraderie among coworkers. The shared viewing experience weaves a thread of unity through the office, binding everyone in a moment of levity. The air is filled with the joyful sound of shared amusement, softening the usual office tensions. The office transforms into a haven of shared humor, momentarily forgetting the pressures of work. Arm sits hunched at his desk, the pallid light of the screen painting his face. His fingers dance across the keys, lost in the digital labyrinths of code. A sudden buzz pierces the silence as a notification flashes on his phone. An unknown voice echoes in his mind. "You're a hero, Arm. Never stop saving lives." A quiet smile touches Arm's lips as he murmurs, "Feels good." In the bustling office, Belle's playful wink cuts through the mundane. Across the room, Arm receives Belle's wink with a theatrical eye roll. Despite the playful disdain, a clear amusement flickers across Arm's face. Belle's wink sparks a silent, joyful exchange across the office divide. The office buzzes around them, oblivious to the private game unfolding between Belle and Arm. The office lights flicker, casting long shadows as day transitions to night. Employees gather their belongings, a sense of finality hanging in the air. Kind words and supportive pats are exchanged as colleagues bid farewell. Arm is supported by colleagues. The office empties, leaving Arm alone in the quiet solitude. Under the cloak of night, Arm and Belle emerge from the office building, their figures silhouetted against the faint light. A shared glance ignites a spark of amusement between Arm and Belle. Their lips curve into mischievous smiles. A ripple of laughter escapes their lips, growing louder as they begin to chuckle, united by the absurdity of their long day. The weight of the day lifts from their shoulders as their laughter intensifies, their bodies shaking with mirth. Their laughter echoes in the night air, a symphony of shared understanding and camaraderie that transcends the office walls. Beneath the dim glow of a street corner, Arm stands alone, shrouded in shadows. Belle approaches with a mixture of concern and admiration etched across her face. Arm looks up, his voice heavy with disbelief. I can't believe I did that. Belle steps closer, her eyes conveying heartfelt support. But you did it for your fellow human. Silence hangs between them, charged with unspoken emotions and shared understanding. Belle's expression softens, filled with empathy and a hint of pride. Under the cloak of night, and Belle embark on a journey, their figures silhouetted against the urban landscape. With each step, their laughter echoes, filling the night with their unique bond. Their laughter dances through the streets, a symphony only they can orchestrate. As they venture deeper, the city embraces their joy, becoming a canvas for their friendship. The city's symphony envelops them, their laughter now a sweet echo lost in the urban expanse.